Okay, so today I just thought I'd talk about some products that have been discontinued that, in my humble opinion, should not have been discontinued because I love them and a lot of other people really enjoyed them as well. So I've got a handful of stuff that you can't really buy any longer, and a lot of these are just empty, and I just held on to the container for the heck of it, and some of these I didn't finish yet, and they're gone. So, first off, the Abib Quick Essence. What do they call this? The Quick Essence Nutrition Pump. I actually really love this one. I never even got a chance to review it, but I started playing around with it a couple months ago on my neck, and I really liked it. It's got a wonderful gel texture. I finished it up, and now I can't find it. I was going to review it, buy another bottle, and review it, and I can't. So, it doesn't exist anymore, apparently. Or if it does, I certainly couldn't find it. So this was a bummer to me because I was really looking forward to it. I just love the gel texture of it. It's so nice. Okay, next up, the Pacifica Vegan Ceramide face lotion. So this lineup from Pacifica, they kept the moisturizer, I believe, and then it seems like they scrapped the rest of the products. I think there was a cleanser, there was an oil, there was a serum, there's an eye cream, there's a face cream. It seems like everything's gone except for the face cream at this point. And it's kind of a bummer because I really liked it and I loved the ingredients in here. Really nice ingredient list, no scent to it, and still really affordable. So kind of a bummer. Maybe Pacifica will come up with something else in the future. I don't know. But anyway, it was really lovely. I love the whole lineup. Really nice products. Next up, I've got the J1 Red Jelly Pack. If you're familiar, this brand doesn't really exist anymore. They kind of went under, but they had a lot of really nice products. Their lineup their main products were their jelly packs. So they had a red one, a black one, and I believe the white one. I had all three of them. The red one became my favorite just because of the jelly texture to it. I didn't think this one, I think one or two of them had fragrance in it. I don't believe this one did, but it had some really nice ingredients in here. It's really a great primer, and yeah, so this one expired in 2021, and I've just been holding on to it. I don't know why, just because I feel sad. I don't know. Hoarder. Got a hoarding issue. Yeah. So this one's been expired for 3 years. That means this product was probably made probably manufactured 8 or 9 years ago. So yeah, probably no good anymore. But I think there's like 1 or 2 pumps left, but I'm not going to use it. Anyway, I really love this stuff. I hear a lot of people bring it up. This is one of the few products that most of the time you can find a good dupe for something. I have not found a good dupe for that yet. Yeah. And I think for a while, Costco is carrying it even. So kind of sad to see that brand go. Okay, so I've got the Misha Time Revolution Night Repair Ampule. So they change this every couple of years. So I really liked the first 2 versions of this one. And then the most recent versions have had fragrance in it, so I haven't liked them so much. The one in the silver container, I think that was the Borabit Ampule, and I really like that one. And they changed it too much, and then the most recent version had too much fragrance in it. I'm all for changing things and updating it and adding new ingredients, but sometimes they make it worse for certain people or certain customers unintentionally. I'm sure they're trying to make it better for the masses. But sometimes in the long run, it just doesn't end up doing that, and it ends up being good for some people, and then the old customers that had good luck with it kind of fall off for some reason or another. A lot of people, when the CeraVe changed their cleanser, a lot of people didn't like the changes they made. I ended up finding the changes they made to be a little bit better for me, but it's not my favorite cleanser anyway, so I guess I'd rather have those people that love it have better luck with it than me, because I have better cleansers I like better anyway. Okay, so this is one I love. I've been using this one for a long time, the Dr. Jart Premium Gold BB Cream. So this is another one. They updated it. They changed the packaging. They changed the ingredients. I did test the new version of this one out, and it is pretty similar, but I still love this one the best. And when I realized it was going out, I purchased everything I could find. And then a really nice subscriber sent me her too, but didn't work out well for her. And she decided to send it to me, which is awesome because now I've got 1 extra tube, and then I'm going to have to really get down to it and decide, do I want to commit to the full size of their replacement of this or find something else? I would say the closest alternative to this I've found so far is a Purito Sicca Clearing BB Cream. So I might go with that, or I might just commit to the full size of the new version. We'll see. Or something totally different. We'll see. You never know. Okay, so this is another brand. This was not Glow Recipe, but Peach and Lily's. No, hang on. Sweet Chef Skincare. So we've got Glow Recipe and Peach and Lily. Peach and Lily's Peach Slices. This was Glow Recipe's like sister affordable brand. Okay, corrected myself. I really love this cleanser. It's really nice. It's nearly empty now. Suddenly, much to my chagrin, this brand just kind of disappeared, and I didn't really realize it until Allure Beauty Box put some of their products in a box a few months ago, and people were like, man, that stuff must be old, because this brand went kaput about 8 or 9 months ago. Unbeknownst to me, I liked a lot of their stuff, and a lot of their stuff was more sensitive skin friendly than some of Glow Recipe stuff. A lot of this brand stuff was more affordable, available at Target and things like that. I don't know why some brands make it and some don't. I guess it's probably because every day like 800 million new skincare brands launch. It's the only thing I can think of. We don't need more skincare brands. We just need more unique things and more thoughtfulness instead of all these people and, I don't know, all these influencers just having it white labeled and marketed and sell it. I'm just a big fan of something with some thought and passion behind it, and a lot of them just don't have the same passion that some of these other brands might have, or some of them maybe not. Okay, so that was one I really enjoyed. Next up, this one I talked about in a video a few days ago, and I had no idea that this had been really discontinued, but I was able to find it at one store. So this is Laneige Cream Skin Milk to Oil Cleanser. It's wonderful at removing makeup and oil and sunscreen. So I talked about this in a video recently of underrated products, and I was able to only find this for sale at Kohl's.com, which to me is a sign this won't be around much longer. And it wasn't for sale on Laneige's site or Yes Style or any of the other sites. So I love this. It's fragrance free. It's pretty hardy. It has a thicker texture to it. It just does a really nice job. And I don't find myself having to use as much scrubbing and things like that as I do with other cleansers. So I really like this one. It was really nice for my sensitive skin. And I didn't leave it dry or anything. So I'm kind of bummed. I mean, occasionally some of these you can find scattered at certain sites. Sometimes you find it on eBay. But generally, if you see one of these on eBay, it's probably going to be pretty old stock. Maybe somebody held on to it or something like that. The other day, somebody online had like, I don't know, pallets of Birch boxes from like 5 years ago that they're selling for $2 each, and they've just been stored on pallets outside in their yard. And they're selling for $2 each. I'm like, that's kind of desperate and kind of disgusting. And the stuff is probably years old. And if it's been sitting outside, it's probably not very good. Or I don't know how they got all these pallets. Maybe they bought it. Maybe it's stolen. I have no idea. But all the way around, it seemed like not a good idea. Okay, so next up, this one, I just learned from one of you guys that this one was discontinued. The Tarte Bubble Balm Moisturizer. I really enjoyed this stuff. It's fragrance free. It was a nice cream. Tarte, I'm not exactly sure. Some of these makeup brands that try to do skincare, it's like a lot of them don't commit to one or the other. So then they're kind of half-assing it, I guess. Half-assing it on both. So sometimes it's like, Tarte's a huge brand. They have the resources. They could commit to doing both well, but it just doesn't seem like they've chosen that. Their vitamin C was great when it came out. I think it was called the Dare to C vitamin C serum or something. Wonderful when it came out. When you got the first manufacturing line of it, wonderful, awesome. And then I think they did everything on one run of a manufacturing, and then 5 months later they're selling it and it's old crap and it's orange and it's brown and it's expired. So there wasn't any commitment there. I don't know if this was the same deal with this one, but it was really nice when it lasted, and maybe they'll make another incarnation of her. Maybe it just didn't sell too well. I don't know. Okay, so this one's another brand that went under, Boscia, and I really like this one from them. They had a lot of hits. I was actually surprised to see that they kind of went under. They're selling, they probably still are on their website, selling everything for, I think, 55% off. Their chia seed moisturizer is wonderful, super thick, in my opinion. It was one of the closest dupes to the Drunk Elephant Lala cream. Had the same texture, same good nutrients, same feel on skin and everything else. A little bit more affordable. The jar is a little bit, jar's the same. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a little bit bigger. This one's 2 ounces, I think. So I was kind of surprised, but when I first was getting into vlogging and makeup and skincare and all this stuff, they were a pretty hot brand. They had that black peel-off mask. Everyone was raving about it. And then slowly over the years, they just kind of didn't get any hype and less hype. And yeah, so kind of sad. They just couldn't keep up with it. So I'm trying to remember who. Is Boscia owned by Boscia? I want to say they are. So sometimes some of these brands get bought up by another company and then they don't want to put the work into them. I know Becca got bought up and then within a couple of years they were gone. So anyway, I love that moisturizer. I got a couple other moisturizers too that I really liked. So this one I'm not exactly sure what the deal was. The Sunday Riley Tidal Water Enzyme Cream. They changed it and reformulated it about maybe a year ago. And the reformulation was not good. People did not like it. It didn't last well. And then they just kind of got rid of it and nothing's ever been talked about again with it. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with this brand because they used to release thoughtful releases occasionally, maybe every few months, and now it's kind of been crickets. So I don't know exactly what's going on with this brand. I know they're expensive, but I really did like this cream enough to repurchase it. And it's kind of a bummer. And I'll say there's a little bit left in this one, but it's probably not very good anymore. There's no expiration date. Whoa, Ike almost knocked the camera over. We're out of focus, guys. Ike's knocking it over. You see the focus is totally gone. Sorry, guys. Oh, I don't know. Whatever camera this is, I moved it. Because he really likes to be in the way. Wherever he lays down, he's got to be upstairs. We've got a center where 4 rooms connect. He likes to lay right in the middle. So if you want to go from the hallway to the kitchen, the living room to the kitchen, the living room to the dining room, or to the bedroom, you have to go by Ike, and he really digs that. So I'm just curious what this looks like in here after I haven't used it for a while. I don't know, it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't smell terrible either. And it always had that kind of green look. So, I mean, if it was mildew, I wouldn't know because it always had that green look to it. So that was one I liked, but anyway, I don't know how old it is. I'll have to look, but I think this one's probably 3 or 4 years old. I still liked it, though. So BeautyBay, they have a skincare line, which has some products, and I really like this one. It was their Oat Rich Thirst Trap Moisturizer. And what I kind of likened it to was the Crave Oat So Simple cream that people like. It's great, in my opinion, for oily or sensitive or normal skin types, but it's not super hydrating for dry skin types. I kind of liken this as the Oat So Simple for super dry, dehydrated, sensitive skin types. And I still think of it like that, but it seems like they've discontinued this one and changed it, so I don't exactly know when that happened. But I've got a handful of products from BeautyBay, and they seem to be pretty affordable, and I've liked them all so far for the most part. Their sunscreen I really liked. I don't know exactly what's going on with them at the moment. I think they got bought by the Hut Group, I want to say. So, who knows? Once that happens, you never know. It's all fair game. But I really did like this one. So, maybe they'll bring it back or do it in a different incarnation or something like that. Who knows? So, this is one I guarantee most of you probably have never heard of this. And maybe some of you maybe have never even heard of this brand. This is a brand called Claire's with a C. Where's the name on it? Claire's Korea with a C. So don't get this confused with Claire's with a K or Dear Claire's. And this was their Blue Therapy Anti-Redness Toner. I really like this one. And I went to work on a review of it recently. And it was gone. And I don't know if this brand even exists anymore or what. But it was gone. That's all I know. And it's kind of a bummer. And I'm kind of depressed. So, it's gone. There we go. Anyway, so I went and it's gone. So, I won't review it. But it was really nice. Expiration date on it expires in a couple months. I'll finish it. But, yeah, it's gone. No point in reviewing it unless somewhere it shows up at some point. Who knows? Okay, one more toner is this one I was so bummed about. The Isntree Comfortable Magnesium Toner. It's big. It's affordable. It was one of the toners that really helped with redness a ton. I can find it on like 1 or 2 sites, but it's definitely like not on Isntree's site that I could find. I think it's been discontinued. It probably didn't sell very well, but for me, I'm very prone to redness. And this is one of the very few products where it's like I could put it on and I could see the redness like fading quickly. And I think it's probably the magnesium. I'm sure there's something similar to this and I'll find it. But the price, you can't beat it. I mean, this size of like a giant Evian bottle, you know? It's huge. And yeah, so I really like that one, but it's gone. And 2 more. Next up, Trufora. So this was a brand I had never heard of until I subscribed to Birchbox, and this is a long time ago because Birchbox doesn't really exist anymore, but I want to say 6 years ago, and I found this brand had a small handful of products, and none of them had fragrance in it, and they were all moderately affordable, and they all had some really nice ingredients in it. And then once Birchbox kind of ended, I couldn't really find this anymore, and I don't know if this brand, I'm going to have to do some digging because I really did like their stuff. They had day serum and night serum, and what was there? There was a third product that I had from them, but I really enjoyed their stuff. They didn't have a ton of products, but overall, they seemed all very nice. I'm trying to remember who. They're distributed by Truth Aesthetics. So I don't know if Birchbox partnered with them and that's why they're gone. I don't know. I'll have to do some more digging up, but they really had some nice stuff. And then last but not least is another brand that's just gone, and I really like this one. They're ahead of their time, the Marc Jacobs. I think this is their Coconut Bronzing Fantasy Dewdrops. And now every brand has one of these out. And any brand that doesn't have one of these bronzing drops out will probably have one out by the next month because it seems like they're all doing it. Either that or they're all doing a scalp serum. Right now, it's like the 2 hottest things. Scalp serums and bronzing drops. Drunk Elephant bronzing drops. What else? Pacifica bronzing drops. Isle of Paradise bronzing drop. They all have their bronzing drops now, and Marc Jacobs was ahead of their time because this stuff was really amazing. And I really like the Undercover Coconut Primer too, but I think the perfumes for this brand exist now, but the skincare doesn't. So that's some nice goodies though. Anyway, it's kind of my rant, I guess. This is kind of a rant, like these products should still exist. Somebody needs to copy them and make them because I love them all. And they all have really nice benefits for different skin types and things like that. So I'm curious. I know all of you have at least one product that you love that is gone. Leave it below and why you loved it and why it's gone if you think you know. So anyway, thanks so much, and I will see you guys more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.